Welcome to Knugget, the children's podcast of bite-sized stories. Pippa and the Donuts of Delight. It was a new morning in Bumbleshire. Pippa the panda woke up with a craving, not for bamboo, not for apples, but for something sweet, fluffy, and utterly scrumptious. "Donuts!" she declared, leaping out of bed. Pippa waddled to the Bumbleshire bakery, where the air was thick with the scent of sugary glaze and warm dough. And behind the counter stood Mr. Sprinkles, a portly raccoon, who took donut making very seriously. "You're just in time, Pippa. I made some special creations today. Do you want to try them?" He whisked a tray of fresh donuts into view. Pippa's eyes sparkled. "I'll take one of each." Mr. Sprinkles handed her a box containing 5 outrageous donuts, each more whimsical than the last. Number 1, the Berry Whirlwind, was a donut piled high with whipped cream, blueberries, raspberry drizzle topped with an edible pinwheel. The Choco Loco monster was covered in chocolate glaze, chunks of fudge, marshmallows, with googly candy eyes staring back at you. Then there was the Sprinkle Palooza, bursting with rainbow sprinkles, jelly bean polka dots, and a candy crown. The fourth one was a savory surprise, a maple glazed donut sprinkled with crispy bacon bits and a single cherry tomato on top. And the fifth was the fruity carnival, coated in caramel, rolled in popcorn, and topped with a slice of candied apple. Carrying the box like a prized treasure, Pippa hurried to the park where her friends were gathered. Pierre the pigeon, Clementine the canary, Gus the grackle, and Darla the dove. "Donut feast time," Pippa announced, setting the box on the picnic table. The birds peered into the box, their heads tilting in curiosity. "I call Sprinkle Palooza," squealed Clementine. "It matches my fabulous personality." "I'm taking the savory surprise. Sweet and salty is the perfect combo," Gus grumbled. Darla ruffled her feathers. "The Berry Whirlwind is so elegant, it's obviously mine." Pierre dramatically perched on Pippa's shoulder. "I must have the Choco Loco monster. Its googly eyes speak to my soul." "That leaves the fruity carnival for me. Let's dig in," Pippa chuckled. As they began eating, the chaos unfolded. Clementine bit into the Sprinkle Palooza and promptly sneezed. "Too many sprinkles," she cried, as rainbow specks flew everywhere, and Gus ended wearing a sprinkle mustache. Gus took a massive bite of the savory surprise, but accidentally got the cherry tomato stuck on his beak. "It's mocking me," he squawked, shaking his head furiously. Darla's Berry Whirlwind was so whipped cream heavy that when she pecked at it, the cream splooshed onto her feathers, making her look like a walking cloud. Pierre's Choco Loco monster was so gooey that he got fudge all over his talons, his beak, and even Pippa's shoulder. "A true masterpiece," he declared despite the mess. Pippa's fruity carnival was so sticky from the caramel that she accidentally glued her paw to the table. A little help here?" she said. By the end of the feast, everyone was sticky, sprinkle-covered, and just a mess. But they were also laughing so hard that the park echoed with their giggles. "These donuts are ridiculous," Gus said, licking a piece of bacon off his beak. "Ridiculously amazing," Clementine chirped, rolling in leftover sprinkles. Pippa grinned. Sometimes the best food isn't just about the taste, it's about how much fun you have eating it. Pierre flapped his fudge-coated wings, and the memories we make, of course. I'll be telling everyone about the epic donut day. As they cleaned up and Pippa finally unglued her paw, the friends agreed that this messy, silly feast was one of their best adventures yet. And so the 5 scrumptious donuts became another tale of laughter, chaos, and friendship in Bumbleshire. That's all for today's episode of the Knugget Podcast, the children's podcast with bite-sized stories just for you. And hey, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss a nugget-sized tale. Thanks for listening, friends. Until next time, keep your imaginations big and your hearts even bigger. Bye-bye.